Hi, and welcome everyone to 647, 6 stories for 7 a.m. This is your quick news fix because there's a famine of truth in our land. And the truth starts now. First story. A 27-year-old Georgia woman, Tiffany Slaton, was lost in the high Sierras in Eastern California. Her parents reported her missing after she had been gone for 1 week. And on April 29th, a search began over a 600-mile area of the Sierras. The searchers were hampered by heavy snow, totally blocking access roads. The sheriff's office called off the search this past Monday, but on this past Wednesday, she was found alive. And what saved her? A resort owner who keeps rustic cabins up in the Sierras on Lake Edison had closed his resort when the snow season began, but he always leaves a few cabins unlocked for a situation like Tiffany's. Is this guy a good guy or what? Owner Chris Gutierrez went to check his resort last Wednesday and saw a pair of shoes outside of a cabin. And as he walked up, Tiffany appeared in the doorway. She ran and hugged him and cried, and he gave her water and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and he called the sheriff, and she's in great shape. Dehydrated, hungry as ever, but she survived this because of a nice guy thinking of other people, and she is a lucky girl. All right, number 2, Trump is going to war with the Mexican cartels. For the past 4 months, Trump has sent thousands of active duty combat troops. We're talking 10th Mountain Brigade, bad boys with armored Stryker combat vehicles to our southern border. He has destroyers off the Mexican coast, in the Pacific, and in the Gulf of America. Special Ops has been flying 7 to 8 target mapping sorties per day in preparation over the past 60 days. What are they getting ready for? Some serious shock and awe. Trump is going to let the dogs out on the cartels, and once they are destroyed, he will have an interesting plan for that forsaken country and people. But failed narco state will no longer be an option. Story number 3, RFK Jr., the Secretary of HHS, Health and Human Services, is calling for an investigation of the abortion pill, Mifepristone. Sounds great, doesn't it? Mifepristone. He has ordered a complete review by the FDA, now in the responsible hands of Marty Makary, after a study showed that 11% of women who use the drug experience severe complications, including sepsis, infection, and hemorrhaging within 45 days of the drug-induced abortion. The study is based on almost 900,000 cases of women using this pill from 2017 to 2023. None of this, is that clear enough? None of this was reported. Why? Because abortion is the sacrament of the climate change religion of leftists. So you know what? I just thought, I'm going to Google a question. Is the abortion pill safe? And AI, normally reserved, wow, was gushing. Oh, it's absolutely safe. And he had stats. He said only 0.3% of women using the pill report complication. And here's the best part, according to AI, only 1% resulted in birth, right? So AI's all over this. Tells you something, doesn't it? So I thought, well, let's just see what the article selection is in Google. Page after page after page. Safe and effective. Absolutely. You know what? We have to drop the hammer on these people, and Google is the worst. And they're in court right now in D.C., and they need to be broken up. And this has to stop. This is a total psyop. When I say there's a famine of truth, I mean it. We can't find it in this place because of all of our billionaire betters. All right, story number 4, DC Quickies. Here's a shorty. Judge Janine Pirro sworn in yesterday as Interim US Attorney for the District of Columbia. This is the most important district attorney job in the country. This is where all of the bones are buried. All of the secrets that go on in our government are kept. And Dems, you better be careful what you wish for. They think this is a Fox News lightweight, and they are going to get nailed. Next story, Health and Human Services again, because Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is on the case, and he is tearing it up. He is going to make HHS stop recommending routine COVID vaccinations for children and pregnant women. Go, Bobby. This is all taking too long as far as I'm concerned. All right, now, the smart kids met with the Supreme Court yesterday about the 14th Amendment. And you may have been hearing this in the background, so let's talk about this. The 14th Amendment, Donald John Trump wrote an executive order number 14160, signed on January 20th of 2025. All right? And the point of that executive order was that the 14th Amendment has never extended citizenship universally to everyone born in the U.S. It was intended for the children of freed slaves so that they would be guaranteed citizenship. And Trump is using this to get people out of the country, illegal immigrants out of the country. Illegal immigrants do not have the right to claim citizenship. But all of these leftist judges are stopping him. So the Solicitor General told SCOTUS, the Supreme Court of the United States, yesterday that nationwide injunctions exceed judges' authority under Article 3 of the Constitution. So all across the country, leftist judges are writing these injunctions to stop Trump in everything that he's trying to do. So this is a lawfare coup, once again, of a Trump regime. And it cannot stand. So the majority of people on the Supreme Court, is sad to say, do not feel that Trump can defy these injunctions. So that means that all of these leftist judges in all of the 50 states can control the executive branch of government. And that was never intended, and it's not written in the Constitution. Okay? But SCOTUS is leaning in that direction, and that means that very soon we are going to be in a constitutional crisis of major proportions between Trump and the Supreme Court of the United States. This is new turf we're going to be exploring, and it is going to be wild. All right, last DC quickie. Disgraced former FBI director James Hillary's innocent Comey put up an Instagram post yesterday of shells he arranged on a beach, and he arranged them into 4 numbers: 8, 6, 4, 7, took a picture and posted it on Instagram. 8647. You get it? Kill the 47th president, Donald Trump. Okay? These leftists are out of their minds. Comey will be investigated for making the threat, and Tulsi wants him arrested and in jail. So do it. Don't just say it. Janine, hello? All right, story number 5. A 19-year-old former Michigan Army National Guardsman was arrested on May 13th for attempting to carry out a mass shooting attack on a U.S. military base in Warren, Michigan, on behalf of ISIS. Amar Abdul Majid Mohammed Saeed of Melvindale, Michigan, was arrested for planning the mass shooting and gave drones, armor-piercing ammunition, and attack training, including firearms training, to undercover agents posing as ISIS terrorists. What a Melvin, okay? But it's serious. Saeed could receive 20 years for each count if convicted, and guess what? This is exactly why the deportation has to happen, because Saeed's not the only one with these intentions. There are hundreds of thousands of people with these intentions in our country, and they need to be gone. All right, story number 6. Marcelina Abad Tolentino of Peru. This man stands 4'3" tall. He watched his parents drown trying to cross a river when he was 7 years old. That left him an orphan, and he began working in the fields with whoever would give him money and food as a laborer. He worked in the fields his entire life. He never married. He never had children. And on April 5th, a Saturday, he celebrated his birthday. Guess how old Marcelino is? 125 years old. That makes him the oldest living person on the planet. And when asked, how did you live so long? He said, I eat an avocado every morning for breakfast. Who knew it was that easy? I'm still not going to do it. But you know what? Please like us, share it, and have a fantastic day at work. Have a great weekend, and God bless you.
Don't close your eyes.